Yo, what's good, my brothers? This is Enemy Stand User. I hope you guys are doing good. And this week's chapter of JJK, man, it was flawless. Oh my goodness. And as you see, I got the face cam, so you actually get to see the real me. And I just want you guys to just appreciate this moment with me,
Okay.
But for real, bro, the flow of this chapter was so good, and each fighter, Gege just gives us little hints of each fighter with Uro, with Ryu and Yuta, and just giving us little cues on what's going on, and with everyone to just keep the fight in just high gear. So he did an awesome job with that. And as you can see, we're trying kind of new stuff with this camera. Of course, I'm only going to do it for this chapter because it is so incredibly hype. But I kind of want to this is probably going to be for the setup for the review for the new movie of Jujutsu Kaisen 0 as well, so I want to kind of get a little practice in for that. But I just wanted to share this with y'all in this intro. But man, Yuta and Rika, they are just blowing my mind right now, and they're probably certainly blowing up right now, and Yuta is just completely ready for war. But let's get into this awesome chapter in Sendai Colony Part 5. The chapter starts where we left off with last week's, with Yuta summoning Rika, and Rika looks amazing. The new Rika look is absolutely glorious, and Gege must have gotten inspiration from Hollow Ichigo from the series of Bleach, and how that kind of hollow form was, because the new Rika just looks like an absolute beast with the way the hair design is, and Gigi's art is just on another level, and it's absolutely awesome. And now obviously Ryu and Uro are very surprised to see this thing in front of them, and that's fully manifested, and now Yuta's cursed energy is now starting to rise once more. So the situation now is very tense, and then the Rika starts to talk to Yuta, and it says, "Which one do you want?" as it pulls out its bag of tricks and shows a variety of cursed tools that Rika has just stored in her pocket area thing. And that is just, at this point, it's just like an absolute flex. Yuta is just purely flexing on us and these people about pulling out his tools and his weapon cast, yes, which one are we gonna kill with today? But that is just that is just purely a flex on Yuta's part, and it's just amazing to see. Then it's revealed from the chapter that quote-unquote Rika is the external storage of cursed techniques and cursed energy that Orimoto Rika left for Akotsu after she was released. Only when he's connected to Rika through the ring can he use cursed techniques, fully manifest Rika, and obtain Rika's cursed energy for himself. This state lasts for 5 minutes. Now, before jumping into this fight and how it sort of kicks off, this kind of segment lets us know why Yuta has Rika now, and probably how he got his special grade rank right off the bat so fast, now that he from the events of JJK 0, now that this fake Rika is in play. It's fake, but still, I would say it's fake, but it's still powerful as a spirit, and how it's left. But the fact that Yuta just pulled out this cursed arm, Mechamaru Iron Man bionic arm hollow cursed gauntlet thing tool, that is some of the rawest stuff I've ever seen in this manga, and that is extremely cool to see just how it is, and how we just never really seen a cursed tool like that. And now Yuta literally has everything. Yuta literally has every tool of the power system this manga has. He literally has everything at his disposal, cursed techniques, he has cursed tools, cursed energy, everything. And on top of Rika with his Shikigami, he's honestly ready for any situation now that he's got all the moves. And it is stated that this form only lasts for 5 minutes, which seems more than enough when he's got all these moves left. And I was really interested to see what Yuta had in store, but I honestly did not know Yuta was this stacked as a character. He is extremely OP. Oh my god. Moving on though, Yuta uses Rika to go for Uro first, and of course, Uro is extremely impatient and extremely cocky as she tries to ready herself. However, at the same time, Rika is coming and Yuta reveals his ability to use cursed speech to stun her in place, and Uro is just not ready for that and is completely mixed and bamboozled as she is about to get her ship rocked and is completely overwhelmed by Rika and Yuta with a Curse Tool Gauntlet. I'm honestly really shocked that she survived that attack initially, but I'm pretty sure Uro has something like Reverse Curse, as we see a bit later in the chapter. But Ryu wanted a piece of that action. He did not apparently want to get left out in that, as he comes in and fires at them, and Yuta has Rika give him a boost as they kind of switch targets. Now Rika is against Ryu and she's kind of shrugging off his sort of cursed energy blast like Yuta did before, and gets a bit annoyed at him and slams Ichiguri hard in the face as he gets completely yeeted across the building. And Rika is going in for another attack, another punch, but Ryu actually hits her back, slamming Rika into a building. So he's a lot tougher and a lot stronger than I myself initially would have thought with Ryu, and it's kind of good to see him fighting a curse like Rika. That's really insane. Now cutting to Yuta's side, Yuta is using a certain curse technique to make clumps of his hair as a medium for these mini Shikigami Rikas to summon out of. But Uro now is very, very pissed off as she's commenting on how the Fujiwaras always get in her way relating to Yuta, and ends up taking out most of the Shikigami, proclaiming that they're scared of what she can become. And we get a little bit of info on the Fujiwara's family assassins and the Jitsu Getsu Seishintai unit, and how they were very devoted to the Fujiwaras, and at that point they were even denied names for the sake of their clan. But Uro, the captain, received a name only to be executed as a kind of scapegoat for the crime of, I would think likely, of a Fujiwara himself killing his own people. So Uro has some pretty messed up, pretty serious beef going on with the Fujiwara clan, and that's probably likely why she had regret in her first life and came back to this modern era of sorceries, what I presume. However, through her little monologue, Yuta really does not care, as he's going straight to work, using his curse technique in a way that he learned from Daruv to use his Shikigami tracks left behind to form trajectories and leaving a sort of domain streak behind in a sort of attack that damages Uro. And now Uro is starting to realize what Yuta's power is and what his technique is, calling it mimicry. And all the fights now are kind of collapsing in on each other. Everything's falling into place as Yuta attacks Uro, and he's still trying to talk to her a little bit and reason with her that if you only live for yourself, there will always come a day where you can't go on. So there's even a small panel next, what I assume to be like the past people talking to her, basically saying like, live for others, you don't have to stick out. And Uro's definitely getting really pissed off now, as she's basically saying that people who are already great and made a name for themselves shouldn't really talk. So Uro's definitely has a bit of a resentment, a bit of a problem going on with recognition. Maybe in her first life she felt that she didn't get enough recognition, so now she's sort of projecting now. She's obviously just very pissed off and angry at Yuta for I guess it's not no particular reason, but she's just definitely projecting all of her hatred for the Fujiwara clan on Yuta specifically. However, now the chapter is kicked into even higher gear, as Ryu has just had enough of playing games, enough with the chit chat. It's not time to talk. And if you notice, Ryu kind of is very impatient now, and he's kind of the one to first engage the situation to take, or the battle to take the next step, as he bumps his chest and is going for like some sort of hand sign, and everyone takes notice of that and readies himself, and it is time. We see a three-way domain expansion. As the chapter puts it, it's a clash of souls, a trio of domain expansions.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
And wow, I mean, wow, Gege is about to hit us with like 3 new unique domains at the same time. And I'm kind of glad I was not doing like a live reaction or recording my reaction because I was extremely hyped. I was literally jumping around my room. I was over there. I was seeing this as a JJK fan. This was amazing because we rarely get to see domains, and Gege hitting us with 3 at the same time. That's honestly kind of unbelievable. But this was a really beautiful chapter, hands down like a 10 out of 10. Definitely the best Culling game chapter so far until the next one comes up, because I know when the next chapter hits, that's going to be crazy. Gege's art is going to be crazy, and we'll get to see what types of domains these sorcerers will have, especially Yuta's domain and what Yuta has. Like, what type of domain could Yuta's curse technique with mimicry even sort of manifest? And now with mixed into like a 3-way deadlock with a 3-way domain battle. That's absolutely insane. We've never seen that before, and this is going to be really something else. It's going to be very unique to see 3 different types of domains pushing back against one another, and it truly will be, like the chapter said, a true clash of souls. And really the most refined, the most superior domain will come out on top, like we've been seeing in the series. But it'll be amazing to see the art and how these sorcerers will push the battle to the max. That's unbelievable. Other stuff I like about this chapter though, besides the crazy 3-way domain stuff, was I like really the flow of this chapter and how the characters interacted with one another, and how each character was like different in the chapter. Like Yuta was dominating and obviously had very good control over the fight. Rika was helping support him and supplying him with cursed energy and cursed tools and different things like that. And Uro was very all over the place and crazy with her state of her mind, trying to stand out and prove herself. And Ryu honestly was just kind of random. He just wanted to fight and sort of fill his stomach, so to speak. So that was super unique to see the different relationships toward the fighters and the extreme battle prowess and strength they really do show. Like, this is definitely extremely high tier sorcerer combat, and seeing that was amazing. And Yuta this week was super dope. He's extremely stacked, and if we're looking at Yuta like as a sorcerer, he has cursed tools, he has cursed techniques, near infinite cursed energy, reverse curse, Rika, Adventful Curse, and now he has his very own domain expansion. So Yuta is super stacked and absolutely dominating right now, and loaded with like every tool in the verse, except for maybe something like Black Flash. But you didn't hear from me, but Yuta might even be a Black Flash user. So Yuta just has like every nook and cranny in Jujutsu Kaisen so far in the verse. He's one of the top tiers. He has immense cursed energy, and him getting 400 points like he said in previous chapters, that's honestly looking really realistic right now, keeping up this amount of flex. And if they're gassing Yuta up this much, I would love to see like Hakari and the situation in other colonies. And even if Hakari isn't really just as strong, we seem to be entering like the next tier, the next level in power in the Culling games with players. And Reggie stated that things could get to a point where only strong people remain that are left in the games. And this chapter is really proving that in this fight. And I really cannot wait to see the next chapter, to see how far the battle goes now that things have really reached a peak, with the peak of sorcery in this battle with domains. And now it's really interesting to see a bit of that. And I also like seeing like a bit of Uro's resentment in the Fujiwara clan, and that adds a bit to her character as well, a little bit, and how she projected that hatred toward Yuta, with Yuta possibly relating to both Fujiwara and Sugawara with himself. However, the three-way endings, that was extremely hype, how Gege gave us that, and that's going to be extremely amazing to see next chapter. And no doubt you guys are hype for that as well. But please leave what you guys feel about that in the comments. What do you feel about what domains do you think the different sorcerers will have, of course? And this month really feels like it's Yuta's time to shine, and with his movie coming out and his debut in the Culling games, he's purely flexing on us this month, obviously. And I'll probably have like something like a movie review coming out after I post this video. We'll see what happens. It may or may not be probably late, with all these videos will probably be late because they're all dropping at the same time, and I'm very slow when I edit. But thank you guys so much for supporting my content. Thank you guys for watching this video, staying to the end. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Manny Stand User. See ya.